Welcome back to Five Sounds Realty. Again, this is Derek Smith. Today we're still in Roper. We're at 777 Arnold's Beach Road in Roper, North Carolina. You're seeing the bulk of a 2.4 acre piece of property. Not that home, but this home that happens to be on the waterfront. We're going to tour the outside right quick, and then we'll head to the inside. You have 80 some feet of roadage up there, and it comes back. There's a little outshed here coming down the way. One of the key things about this property is there's a lot of waterfront. There's like, I think 280 some feet of waterfront. And it is all riprap. Well, not riprap, you know, bulkheaded up. It didn't really bulkhead it up, but you see it right there, riprap. And the Albemarle Sound Bridge is right there. Pretty quiet day today. It can be a monster though. That's a good, I'd say, 6 feet down to the water from here. So, and you see that someone else's pier, but property goes all the way over that way or some, and there's the home. Now, doesn't look like there's any real erosion up front. There's a couple of concerns, in my eyes anyway, about what's going on. Is there's a big old sinkhole right here, and I think this bush is being encapsulated in it too, somewhere right in here. So, and there's something there. I don't know if that's it. There's 2 septic tanks on this property. That's what it is. I remember now. This is an old septic tank. You know, you'd have to get a new septic system for this home. And supposedly there's an old septic tank under the home that's no good. So this property will probably need a septic system. And pretty much that's what's annotated in the description, you know. The buyer would tear it down for the property only, or try to renovate it. You can see, like I said, there's a lot of frontage to it. It's just ending right over here, 280 some feet, I believe. And this is an old boat ramp, you know. Thing with this is, that's mighty steep. And you'd have to really develop it, and you'd have to get permission from CAMA. You'd have to get all that's coastal area management. You'd have to get all their permits and everything, and that's very steep, but you could have your own private dock, maybe. You got me? So, and there's property on it, goes right up there by, you see where the driveway's coming in, it goes right by it. And then here, okay? Here's a different view, all right? So we're gonna walk over this way. I didn't really walk the full property, but I see some trees budding and flowering because it is very early spring. You know, this is almost mid-March. And here, you know, we have leaves on trees by April. So it's time for them. Little side porch. It has a metal roof, but I say it needs some attention. I'll just be frank. Everything about this house needs attention. It's listed as a tear down, or if you want to try and revive it, it's up to you. Even here, okay? We're gonna go right in right here and check it out. Alrighty. Come in. This area, I believe at one time was a garage, and they, you know, turned it into a living space. I mean, a lot of people do that. Nothing strange about that. And on this side, they did raise it up a little bit to step into what over here is a bedroom. Now, they're out of here, but I think they're trying to gather things from days of old. So the house is a mess. Carpet on the floor, that's paneling on the walls. 1 foot blocks for ceiling tile. It's kind of standard back in the 70s. Knotty pine siding in here. Walk through. The only bathroom on this side, I believe, or And another bedroom you step up into, and this one's actually a little bit higher step up into. I mean, the floors feel kind of okay. You know, the walls do, but I think this middle is the thing. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it'd take more investigation than me. These curtains are actually hiding the windows from the old house, the home, you know. Like I said, I think this was maybe even open, not even a carport. But it is what it is today. But the windows, what do we call them? Florida room windows that crank out to see the sound. I mean, you got views now. Ceiling, I think, is leaking here. Some rot there for sure. But I think because of the concrete floor in this area, I believe it's concrete, I'm guessing. It's not rotting down there or on the walls or anything. And when we step up into the house, what I believe was the original. Ceilings are out. It's going to be a little dark. Kitchen. That's an entry-like porch. You saw it maybe in the front when we came by, because it steps down into there. You know, I'm not going to walk across all this mess here on the floor, you see, to just show that. It is just a little entry porch area, nothing much to it. And the rest of the kitchen / dining room, you know, and off of it is a bedroom, which is waterfront. Okay. Couple of closets, it looks like. Low ceilings. I'm 6 foot, and this ceiling is maybe 6'6" in here. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to kick things over. Let's go in here. That's a bathroom over there. Don't know if we can see into it good enough or not. Let's see here, because there's no lights on, and that's well, it does have a shower in it, at least. So you do have another place for utility. Kitchen, like I said, the ceiling is out in here. I think I mentioned that. I want to try and cover everything. Then over here, you know, it's probably the main living at one time because of the picture window, and I would be thinking this area here might have been the little dining area because it's right off the kitchen. And then another bedroom off the back. So, and the window leading out to that little porch area I was saying I didn't want to walk out to. You can see it here. That's what it used to be, just a little covered porch area. And it's got lots of stuff in there now too. Again, 6'6" ceiling. It doesn't even raise up to here in the main living room, so I don't understand that. It's very, see, they put my hands on it. It's very low. And this is the side porch I was showing when we were walking in the yard. Coming out. No AC units outside because you see the AC units in the window. Old school yearbook. We didn't have much TV when I was a boy, and we had these. This was back in the early 70s. Spent my nose in those more than anything else because I thought it was interesting. Oh well. So I'm a nerd. Who cares? Let's see. What else got going on here? There's the two windows I showed you. You got the curtains in front of them over there. Heck, I would have left them off so I could see out. But, I mean, that's pretty much it for this property. You know, tear down or fix it up. Either way, I think this will be a lot of work. Listed at $350,000. You know, the value is to the buyer. What's the value to the buyer? Insert, it looks like it's rusting out up at the top, so I would say it's no good. It can't even be solved, maybe even the bottom. You know, just so much about this you really have to think about. So, with that, I'm going to head out the door. And this was a little carport, actually. And here also it really dips down to go in. I don't know how that happened. So, with that for today, Five Sounds Realty, Derek Smith, Realtor Broker. We'll see you on another tour.